had like 60K there, didn't get payout. You know, like those scammy firms. I've been like in the trading world for like around 3 years. Lots of ups and downs. I would say like my strategy was like starting like a year and a half into trading was like already good, but it was just about managing the mental game basically. And then I realized that if trading is my only source of income, if like I need to make money to actually, you know, being able to eat, that's like when it gets the hardest for me, because then every trade is so emotional and so much baggage with that trade. So I decided like I cannot do this for now. I have to like at least earn money some other ways, whether it is like even a normal job or like
Hello and welcome back to another Alpha Capital Group Traders interview, where you are joined by me, William, here in the Alpha Capital Group headquarters here in beautiful Newcastle. Today I am joined by an amazing trader who's received $10,000 in payouts. He's a six-figure funded trader. Strap in for this one because it's going to be very, very interesting. Trader, who are you and where are you from?
Thank you for the introduction. Glad to be here. So my name is Ming, or like my official name, but like people just call me Daniel in normal life. I'm from Dubai originally, and as of the last few years, I've been traveling a lot around Asia. So think of like Thailand, Bali, those kind of countries. And I've been trading like in general like for around 3 years now, with Alpha Capital only like for a couple of months so far. But yeah, it has been going very well for me. Yeah, that's like in short for now.
You've been trading with Alpha for a couple of months and already managed to receive $10,000 in payouts. How did you go about managing that?
Yeah, well, like I said, I've been like in the trading world for like around 3 years. Lots of ups and downs. I would say like my strategy was like starting like a year and a half into trading was like already good, but it was just about managing the mental game basically. And yeah, once I got that down, it just went up from there. And that's like also like after I got that down, that's when I started with Alpha. So I think like I haven't been down that much, or like having struggled so much while with Alpha. So like with Alpha it's like pretty new, but like my trading journey has been already for quite some years.
So how many evaluations have you had with Alpha Capital Group before you actually receive your first payout?
I think like 2 challenges, but like I didn't like fail any of them. So like it's just like 2 that I got funded, and then like one of them was like a week before, so that got the first payout, and then the other one in the next week. So yeah, 2 out of 2.
You actually have a 100% win rate with evaluations with Alpha Capital Group then?
Yeah, so far, yes.
That's not something we see often. With trading like that, you could actually see yourself on the Alpha Prime trading floor. Do you know what Alpha Prime is?
No, actually I don't.
So Alpha Prime is a trading floor we are bringing to the heart of London, and traders have the option to work in London and we'll bring you in, or you can work remote on a live trading floor. This is the path to live for retail traders like yourself who are trading prop firm accounts, and you'll be selected based on your analytics to actually trade a live fund.
I see. Yeah, that could be interesting indeed.
Absolutely. So tell us more then. What kind of strategy are you trading at the moment?
Yeah, like, you know, like there are like, you know, as well, like there are like a lot of different names for the same things basically like out there. So I would just like call it, yeah, some people call it SMC, some people call it different kind of stuffs. But basically what I do is I just like check on higher time frames, like what kind of structure we are, whether bullish or bearish. And then I just look for points where there's still like a lot of money or like a lot of liquidity in the market. And then I use those points as my points to trade to or to trade from. So basically I just check like the liquidity, where is still a lot of liquidity left. That like needs to be picked up sooner or later by the market. So like if it's not today, it will definitely come like the day after or the day after, but it will always need to be picked up, right? By the big banks, by the market in general. So I just look for those points like where there's still a lot of money in the market left, and that needs to be picked up. And then from there on, I just check on lower time frame, like what makes sense. Like, do we pick up the liquidity on the buying side first or on the selling side first? And then from there on out, I just check on lower time frame, which makes more sense, and then trade to that liquidity point basically.
Great stuff. I know I'm dying to see it because it's mind blowing to me that you've never breached an account with Alpha and you've managed to reach $10,000 in payouts very early on. And I know people at home are going to be dying to see it as well. Can you actually go ahead and share your screen and show us some of your strategy?
So I haven't like really drawn anything for now, but let's just go through it. So yeah, like I always just check on the daily first, you know, like yeah, are we in a bearish or bullish structure? Well, we can see here definitely is like still all bullish. So for example, this part here, so let me, like this part here is like for me still open for like liquidity, or like there's still money in the market. Same as for here, like we can see like the whole imbalance, or like, yeah, what people call it imbalance, some people call it fair value gap, doesn't really matter how you call it. So we still have like a lot of yeah, money here in the market, and we need to eventually like go back here and then up, or you know, but like we can also just go all the way up now first. Actually, it's like a bit harder to trade this week because we are like at an all-time high, and yeah, there is nothing on the, yeah, on the left side with history, you know, to see like if there are any selling points, because we are like in a land where no one has been before, because we are literally at all-time high. So it's kind of harder to trade. With all-time high, I always try to more look for buys rather than sells, because sells is for me a bit too dangerous, because yeah, like I said, we don't know like when it will turn around. I will only look for sells if, for like, for example, the 4 hour or the 1 hour, the 1 hour or the 4 hour turns really bearish. So for example, for now, I would look on a daily, I would like see, okay, these are like points where we can fill up the gap, but I don't really trade from the daily. I just check if it's whether bullish or bearish. In this case, for me, it's bullish. 4 hour, it still looks bullish to me. So here we have like some gap that we can fill, a big gap. This will like definitely get filled. We just don't know when, right? So this is like a gap that I would definitely like put my alerts on here, and just when the price comes here, just see what it does, and then yeah, might from here like go higher again if ever it comes back here. But I wouldn't trade so much like from here selling to this point, because I'm not sure if it goes here already now or it just keeps going up first, because it's like at the all-time high. So for example, here the 4 hour, I would look something for here and then just set my alert here and then see if it comes. And then here we have the 1 hour, so this is still the 4 hour thing. So in the 1 hour in here, like we can look for maybe some other imbalances that's still left. For now, I don't really see so much left. So for me, this is still basically not, yeah, not something really clear for me to take like a buy from, or like a sell in any case. So for today, I actually, a while ago, I removed like all my, basically my charts, but the trade that I took today was actually, let me see. Yeah, it was here. Yeah, on the 15 minutes. So for me, like, it was like a bit more riskier trade, but I thought it was worth it. So here we have like a BOS. Just gonna draw it here for now. Oh, just very ugly drawing for now, but you'll get the point. So here, break of structure bearish on the 15 minute, and then we have here like some kind of, yeah, supply zone or like some imbalance here still left. So let's say this is like for me a point of interest, right? So after this break of structure confirmed, I just put my alerts here, and then it came back right around here. So when the price hits here, then I will go to the 1 minute to look for like some small, yeah, some small like break of structure on a 1 minute to take the trade. I wouldn't like here, I would not have put my take profit that high. I would probably I put it here a while ago, or like I put it lower, but looking back, I would have put it more here, because like now I actually hit break even a while ago. So I think I had my take profit a bit more down, but yeah, eventually, like you can see here, it went back to my entry, and then here I hit break even. I will show you on a 1 minute in a bit. But looking back now, I would have probably take profit here in the like at the end of the imbalance. So this is like some bullish zone I would like actually look at. So yeah, like from here we could have seen some reaction. So we did. We actually like went through the zone a little bit, but we did get a reaction upside. So let's say this zone, and then we go on the 1 minute. So yeah, so here it went into the price, right? And then I just wait for like a 1 minute break of structure, which we actually got here. Like here, break of structure, and then I enter, and then I set my stop loss like above the 50-minute zone. So in this case, it's gonna be above this zone, and then like you could just put. Usually, I try to target like around 3 risk reward. So, but in this case, like I said before, I put it lower. So I have put it like actually, yeah, I think above this, below this low even. So I put it here. So a 4 risk reward, and then yeah, didn't hit yet, but and then eventually a while ago, I got like an hour ago or some, it went back here to my break even, and then it went here. So it might still take profit now, I can see. So that would be a bummer, but that's part of the game. That's part of putting it break even. Like covering your risk. So I'm okay with that if it happens. But of course, it's always unfortunate when you see something like this. It literally hits your break even and then go all the way down. So we'll see what happens. But on the 15-minute here, yeah, like so like I said, I would have put it here basically when I got it. Yeah, maybe like a risk reward 2 even only, because like I said, it's kind of like a counter trade because I am still bullish on the higher time frame. So I would take this if I look back now with this. So like a really small trade, 1-to-2 ratio, and then would have hit and take profit, and then all good, right? So yeah, but like it can still go all the way down though, because yeah, I can see it can fall down any moment because we are at an all-time high. So we never know like when it's gonna go down, but it definitely have to go down eventually. So but yeah, this was the trade I took today actually. So yeah, that's like usually how I trade. I have tried to explain it from the daily up until the 1 minute basically. So I use daily, 4 hour, 1 hour, 15 minutes, and a 1 minute only.
Thank you for explaining that. So when it comes to your strategy then, is this just a gold exclusive strategy, or do you trade any other assets?
No, this is the only thing I do. Only gold and only this, the exact same strategy what I just explained.
Amazing. And what actually made you come to the decision that you wanted to trade a commodity and not an FX pair, for example?
Yeah, for me, like I have tested like before, I have tested Euro USD, GBP USD, and I have just found out that this strategy worked better on gold because of the volume as well. Sometimes like for me, USD and GBP are a bit too slow. And especially with this, like the risk management is still good, even though gold can move pretty uncommon. But so far I have seen, gold just moves like, I wouldn't say perfectly, but moves better with my strategy than the other pairs.
Yeah. Well, obviously gold's in the most ambitious uptrend it's been in for years. So how are you finding this current trend in gold? How is that affecting your trading?
Yeah, like I said, also like in my explanation, like right now it's kind of hard to trade when we are at an all-time high. Like I said, we don't have any history on the left side, what happened before. We don't have any zones to trade from if you want to sell. So at an all-time high, like I'm always a bit more cautious about any trade. So it's definitely harder as of the moment. So yeah, I hope basically that tomorrow or next week, in the beginning of the next week, it will like have a big downside, so we have like some more zones to trade from. Yeah.
No, as a gold trader myself, I couldn't agree more. It's difficult times at the moment, definitely. Okay, so how did you actually go about finding this edge? How did you learn?
Yeah, so I just joined like one trader I found like on Instagram, and I just bought his course where he goes live a lot. He has Zooms where he like what I just did a while ago. Basically, he just like break down his trade, and from there on, I just learned from there, and just slowly adding things I'm seeing on the charts like every day or like every once in a few days when I trade. checking like what I see and just testing out my zones if they like get hit a lot and if my paper trades are working, and then just refine that.
Using this strategy, then what would you say the biggest trade is so far?
Yeah, like I said, I hardly ever go beyond like 3 or 4 RR, just because, like, yeah, like sometimes enough is enough, like you can go for like 7 RR, and then at 6 RR it turns around and goes back to 0. I would rather have the consistent like 3 or 4. So I think like 9 out of 10 times I always just set like a specific RR and not like really like a zone where I would like to trade to. I even though like I would be confident like the trade could hit my TP that I think the price gonna go to, like maybe 7 or 8 RR, I would 9 out of 10 times I would take profit at 3 or 4. But I think my biggest like on a funded account, my biggest win trade was like around 4. There's so like 4%, 4,000 on a 100,000 account.
Brilliant. Awesome.
So that would be like around 8 RR, by the way, because I on a funded account I only risk 0.5.
Oh, okay, amazing. Moving forward now then, I want to know about you. What was life like before trading?
Yeah, so like I started like online businesses or like online money earning like when I was 19. That is like 7 years ago. I'm 26 now. So I dropped out of college actually in my second year when I was 19, and then I pursued like e-commerce, drop shipping. I'm not sure what you know what drop shipping is, but it's basically
I used to do dropshipping myself.
yeah, so I've done that for a few, like actually like still doing it now, not really dropshipping now anymore. We have like we turned it into like some kind of brands, but still like online selling basically for now. So yeah, I have like with my team, we have like a lot of stores selling like basically all over the world, mostly fashion items. And like yeah, I've been doing that like for the past 7 years, but there was like one specific year, like my fourth year, so like around 3 years ago, business didn't go so well, so I was looking for different kind of ways basically to earn money online. That's when I basically come into trading. So like 3 years ago, I came across like prop firms for the first time, and then I just started to learn about how a prop firm works, etc. And in the beginning, I was basically doing very simple things. Like I just had some Telegram groups where they send signals, and I tried that out. Actually, like did work sometimes. So like I had in total like I think around 20 to 30K payouts. Well, actually more, but I got also scammed by some prop firms. For example, First Class, if I remember correctly, First Class Forex funds, something like that, had like 60K there, didn't get payout. Like those scammy firms. But like back then, you could like yeah, they were like a bit cheaper than the normal firms like FTMO and stuff. So I just went for that. But anyway, so I got some money out of that, but then eventually it because like I then completely switched from e-commerce to trading. So I only went like prop firms, and then I keep buying challenges after I blow another one. So I keep buying it, and then eventually I bought like in total maybe 40K worth of challenges within like 1 or 1.5 year time frame, and then eventually it went like a bit too low, like my the money I've got, and then I realized that if trading is my only source of income, if like I need to make money to actually being able to eat, that's like when it gets the hardest for me, because then every trade is so emotional and so much baggage with that trade. So I decided like that I cannot do this for now. I have to like at least earn money some other ways, whether it is like even a normal job or like a new business again, where I have like some money coming in, and then on the side I can trade. So that's what I did. Basically, I went back into ecom like around a year and a half ago as well. So I did 1 year and a half like fully trading only. Got some payouts, but like eventually in the end it was still negative. So I went back into ecom for a little bit, and then decided to do trading, just on the side. Just if I lose the account, it wouldn't matter so much because I still have other money coming in, and that's actually when it started to go well. Just like now, I have my own business running, and I trade whenever I want. And if I lose it, it's okay. If I win it, it's yeah, just more money, just more profit. And that's like actually when it started to click, and I actually starting to make consistently profit because I don't really need to. And that's when it happens. So yeah, maybe also a tip for anyone watching this, like if it's the only source of income, you need to be like mentally very stable, or just find something besides it.
It's funny you say this because every interview we've covered this exact topic of you need a job to be able to trade, because if you don't, you become very dependent on trading to a point where your trades, you have to win, because if you don't, you're not eating that month. And that's when trading becomes completely impossible. Yeah, you can't focus and you have to enter the market every day. For example, today, I didn't take a trade, didn't see the right sell. But if I wasn't working and making consistent, good money, I would be panicking right now, thinking, oh, I haven't traded today. And then you force a trade, and that's where the losses come. So it's a topic we do cover all the time. And you see a lot of beginner traders jumping straight into full-time trading. And unfortunately, you just learn the hard way that that's not the way you do it. Back onto your e-commerce stuff, would you say this taste of online money was the thing that really got you interested in looking for other ways of making money from your phone?
Yeah. So like like I said, like when I was 19, I first got into like the e-com world and seeing people earning money from everywhere, and that like has always been been one of the dream of mine, to being able to travel anywhere and still earn money, whether it is with e-com or like now with e-com and trading. Basically, any business that I can do online is the best for me.
100%. No, yeah, it gives you a different sense of freedom. Now, I know before this interview, you told me you travel all over the world. So would you say doing all this gives you that freedom to go and do that?
Yeah, it does actually, like especially like with trading. I think like if you like really mastered it, is one of the most one of the best things, because the reason why is because like you can decide your own time. Actually, like for example, now like with my business, I have to be on 24/7. Like I cannot take weekends off, because if something happens in the business, I cannot just say no, I'm gonna get to it to Monday. But with trading, I actually can, like let's say tomorrow, Friday, I take one trade, whether it's win or lose, the trade is closed, then in a weekend, like nothing can happen, right? Like I cannot lose my whole funded account in the weekend if I don't have a trade open. Like it's just not possible, because the markets are closed. So then you can actually just do anything in a weekend, and then just Monday you can just trade again if you want to or not. So yeah, maybe like in the a bit farther future, when I have already built, enough capital that I know that I can trade freely without having other income anymore, because I already have enough. That would like maybe be like an ideal scenario for me, like in 5 to 10 years from now, because then I can just decide to take a whole week off, for example, or a whole weekend or a few days without it having any consequences. And if I do that now in my business, that's just not possible.
Well, if you focus on your work now, mate, the future is going to be very bright for you. And I'm
Yeah,
sure
yes,
you'll get plenty of days off to come. With your traveling, I want to hear about where you've been. Whereabouts in the world have you been?
yeah, like most of the time I'm like around Asia. So I'm like a lot in Dubai, I'm like a lot in Bali, I'm a lot in Bangkok, for example. So yeah, those kind of places, kind of cities. Yeah, just the weather is good there. I grown up in the Netherlands, actually, up until when I was 21. Then I emigrated to Dubai. But yeah, it's just like a lot of things there in those places. Like the food is better, the weather is better. A lot of other like online business owners or entrepreneurs in those places. So way better to connect with other people who are doing the same thing. So
Oh, Daniel, you're making me jealous.
yeah.
No, yeah, it's. I've seen those places. You see a lot of traders going to that side of the world. It does fit the lifestyle of being a trader or someone who makes online money. What are some of the benefits you would say are better out of that side of the world to, Europe and the West for trading and stuff like that?
Yeah, so the weather is better, the food is better, the people are better in terms of like-minded people. So yeah, like like my old friends from back in the Netherlands, they are just having a normal job right now. So I cannot not like level with them on all aspects.
What are some of the biggest struggles you've faced along your way to becoming profitable?
Yeah, like I think the main thing is just like what I said, like the mental game with trading, and then if you pair that with like making it your only source of income, like full-time trading, that is just a very hard part where you put so much baggage on your trade mentally, whether or not you can eat tomorrow or not. And like like after like just the feeling that you get inside sometimes when you just hit like a small stop loss, and then after that like just a trade I showed you a while ago, it hit break even by like 1 pip, and then it went all the way down, and then you just keep on thinking about like what if it didn't happen, and what if I hit my take profit, I would have already a next payout ready for like 5K, something like that. And then if you keep thinking about and then if you take that what if with your next trade will probably be more like not really based on analysis, but more on your emotion, and it goes downhill from there. So yeah, just tackle that what if as best as you can, as much as you can, and then just see every trade as a new opportunity.
So when you experience these feelings and these hurdles along the way, what is some of the things you put in place to actually overcome all this?
Yeah, so like what worked for me really now is like having something next to it, like my business. So, for example, if I hit a stop loss, I just close down the chart, and then I just work again on my business and try to forget about what happened, and then just take my mind off the what if. So like if, for example, if I close down the chart and then I just lay in the bed, then I will think about the trade for hours, and then
Yeah.
I might open up my chart on the phone again, and then I might just click buy, out of emotions. So what I try to do is just take my mind off it by doing something else. Most of the time, it's like working on my business or going to the gym, for example. But most of the time, it is working on the business.
Taking your mind off it definitely is one of the most important things. For example, when I started trading, I remember how emotionally attached I was to trading that I'd place a trade and try and force myself to go to sleep so I didn't have to stay awake and panic and stress about this trade I'd got open on my MT5 and stuff like that. I wish I had something to take my mind off of those trades. How did you go about finding Alpha Capital Group UK?
Yeah, actually, like just I just like try to find like like trustable prop firms online, and then just like read a lot of reviews, like like what are the most trustworthy prop firms nowadays, top three, top five, and then Alpha was like a lot of times like they went as at least in the top five, so like you have like FTMO, Alpha, and then some others. Um, and then yeah, I just decided to try it out because like like on paper most of the profits are the same. Like they all have kind of the same profit targets. They had the same like payout days. Okay, yeah, sometimes some are like faster, but it's basically the same, right? There's not one prop firm that does it like completely different. Like they all have like around 4 to 5, 8 to 10 profit target phase one, 4 to 5 phase two, etc. Same funded account, like 50K, 100K, 200K. So I just like look for reviews basically from people saying that they got payouts, or from people that saying that they got like wrongfully not their payout, for example on Trustpilot, and then just try to look for like the reason why that they didn't get a payout and whether it was not justified or not. And yeah, like I just read good things most of the time about Alpha. Like there are always stories that someone that didn't get a payout, and then I'm not sure whether it's Alpha's fault or the trader's fault. Maybe he did something, but all in all, it was like a lot more positive than negative ones. So I just decided to also join Alpha aside from the other trusted prop firms.
Now you've taken that leap, how has your experience been at Alpha Capital Group so far?
Yeah, it's been good. I haven't encountered any problems so far. Just basically just really chill, just trading. No problems with payouts, no problems with accounts. No like trades being shut off or something. Yeah, just no issues basically.
And what would you say some of your goals are for the next 12 months going forward?
In terms of trading, I would like to have like around 1 to 1.5 million in funding end of this year. So currently we are at 300 with an extra 200,000 in phase two. and then 100,000 in phase one. So let's say 600 like in total potential capital, whereas 300 is funded. So yeah, from 1 to 1.5 million in funding end of this year.
Well, if you carry on going the way you're going, mate, I do not see why you would not achieve that. So, Daniel, it's been absolutely amazing to have you today, and you've provided us with so much value today. There's going to be a lot of beginner traders watching this video. What is 3 top tips you would give to a beginner trader watching this today?
Well, first of all is don't make it your only income. So find a job, find anything that earns you money besides trading. That is one. Second is just follow one strategy and like improve on that strategy rather than switching like strategies every few weeks. If you see like another trader on social media getting lots of profit and then following that strategy, just stick to one, because like every strategy works, you know. Just have to stick to one and then just master that one strategy. Same goes for like the pair you're trading. So pick one pair and stick to that until you master it, and then you can go on to different pairs if you like. But for example, gold is already enough, you know, more than enough to trade. You don't need any other pairs for me. And third one is just try to not look at the charts the whole day. So just write your setup and then close off your phone, close off your chart, set your stop loss and take profit, set the alerts that you wanted to set to see if you want to go break even or not, but don't keep looking at the 1 minute chart and then check every candle how it will close.
Brilliant advice for a beginner trader watching that. Well, folks, that is Daniel's top 3 tips for a beginner trader watching this today. Thank you very much for joining us today, Daniel. It's been absolutely amazing to talk to you.
Thank you for having me.
Right, folks, I will see you all in the next one. Thank you.